Sub THP, checking in at the end of Wednesday, day one of the golf action. It's 12:15 in the morning here, Thursday technically, I guess. Got back from the nest a little bit ago. Was a riot, but just a little bit of a recap of the day. Excuse me. So got up semi-early, not terribly early. I woke up about 7 or so, and we shuffled around and then packed up, headed for the hideaway about 9:40 this morning. It was like a 15-minute drive, and pulling up to the hideaway is an experience, for lack of a better way to describe it, I guess. It's something else. You pull up and you see the gates to enter, and you know what's coming, but you don't know what's coming, if that makes sense. Like, we've seen pictures obviously from last year, and you know what it's gonna, or the last years, you know what it's gonna look like. But it doesn't prepare you for what it really is. I'm getting a little bit of chills right now just talking about it, to be honest. So you pull in and you start heading down the drive towards the clubhouse, and I mean, from the bus, it's immaculate. You can tell it's immaculate, and you're driving along a couple of the holes. One hole you're kind of like driving along it the entire time, and there's a little bit of a hill by the road that then feeds down into the fairway, and there's some trees and stuff, so you don't get a super clear glimpse. I mean, you get a good look at it, but you're also driving, so you're moving, and there's some obstructions that come and go as you're driving. But man, pulling up, unbelievable. And then you pull up, we park, get out, and walk to the clubhouse. And the entrance to that is obviously insane and amazing. But you walk in, you walk through, you walk out the back to this big balcony, patio, and it's just like a boom. It's walking back there and seeing that, I just got the chills. Walking back there and seeing that for the first time, it's indescribable. This course, this place is unlike anything else I've ever seen. Really, really amazing experience that first time walking out and seeing it in person the first time. So anyways, up on the balcony, and just in the door, breakfast sliders, have a few of those. Then headed down to the shop, did a little shopping. Wasn't sure of the whole timing and everything, so I was in there for a little bit. Grabbed just a few things, gonna drop back in again tomorrow, hope to snag a few more. Hopefully there's a few different things that weren't in there today. And then from there went to the range to warm up. And it's the first time, like you can walk by the grass by the clubhouse, but we really didn't, because there's not a lot of time from when we get there and when we're teeing off. So but the range is really the first time you're it's the first time you're swinging clubs there too, right? So it's your first real interaction with what it's going to be like on course. And the putting green area looked fake. It didn't look like real grass, but it didn't, not like in a bad way, in a good way. And I mean, really, the whole entire place is like that. It's indescribable. And then the range, the Christmas trees on the range, like have been mentioned, is so cool. Such a neat touch. Unbelievable. So we warm up, hit the range. I actually started on the chipping green. Hit some chips, probably like 20 or 30 chips. Did a little bunker work. Didn't get a lot of shots out of there, but the sand is super nice. I don't think it's technically sand, it's crushed quartz, I think, or something like that. awesome. Pretty easy to hit out of anyway, honestly, in my opinion, just because it's so immaculate. Then hit the range for a few minutes, warmed up with a 9-iron, 7-iron, and then moved on to the new big stick and was hitting that pretty well. And then I maybe hit a couple wedges, I don't know, and then that was really it. Wanted to make sure I got some putting work in, got a feel for the greens because I knew they were going to be quick, and rolled a new putter as well, and did that for probably 15-20 minutes and was feeling pretty good, and then it was time to mount up and get moving. So we started on 17, which is not the most ideal hole to start on. It's a par 3. It was playing 198 yards into the wind, and there's water all along the left, and it cuts in front of the green a little bit, like maybe halfway in front of the green or so, and then all up the left side of the green and then to the back of the green, and then it's protected by a bunker on the right. It's not it's not the hole you want to start on. So I put it pin high, but right of the sand trap on the right of the green, but hit a great flop shot that did run a little bit past the hole, but then I 2-putted for a 4. I did pop on that because it was such a hard par 3, so I had a 4 net 3, and nobody else parred. So we were off to a great start. We won the first hole, which was a best ball hole that we started. And then 18 was a par 5, I believe, par 5, stunning, absolutely stunning, finishing hole typically, but our number 2, we pushed that, and then we were off to, so we were 1 up, first 2 holes through best ball, and then we were off to shamble on 1. I won't go through hole. I'd have to look through the pictures anyways. My memory is absolutely terrible. I need the pictures to jog my memory of what was what. But from there, we continued. We started pretty good. Everybody in our group played pretty well, to be honest. Kim, Call Me Daddy, is obviously a stick. She's ridiculous. She hit maybe 2 bad shots the entire day. And I posted on the forum and was joking with her today. we were joking throughout the round. It was just constant. Nice shot, Kim. Great shot, Kim. Nice shot, Kim. As we made the joke one time that, we're just gonna start saying it before you hit, because it's gonna be a good shot. She was a lot of fun to watch. So that was awesome. Nick, to his own admission, struggled a little bit today, mainly just off the tee. He did end up getting it dialed in. He got it dialed in on both 9s. He struggled a little bit at the beginning of both 9s, but he got everything dialed in when it mattered. The last 3 holes or so of each 9 was kind of a turning point for him, and he turned it on. And then P. Corf and I, we played pretty well, to be honest, too. I posted, I'm pretty sure I played better than my handicap, or at the very least to my handicap, but I'm pretty sure it was a little better. And we grinded. We were up in both matches, early to mid, and they battled back towards the end, and we went into number 9 on both matches, all square. So I mean, what else can you ask for, right? And unfortunately, on the 9th hole, they won both of those holes. So they got the 2 points. Some of the shining moments for me were, aside from just everything and how immaculate that course is, just I can't get over it. On one of the holes, I can't remember what number it was. It was on the back 9 though. Decently long, hard par 4 with the green. Had water all along the left for the green, and then up to maybe 100 yards in, and the green was protected by sand on the right, and I believe fed down left. I can't remember exactly. I don't know. It was a tough shot into this green because it was protected all around, and I hit my drive to about 164 yards out and stuck it to about 8 feet, and made the birdie putt for a net eagle. But of course, Kim, she put her shot from, I don't know what it was, 145 yards out maybe, because she can pound the ball too. She put hers to maybe 10 feet. I don't know. Maybe I was 6 and she was 8. We were both pretty close. I was just a little inside of. I was a little closer than what her ball was. She made her putt. Pressure was on. I made my putt. We both birdied, net eagled. And the member that we were playing with was pretty shocked. He said, in the 20 years he's been there, he doesn't even know how many birdies he's seen. Very few, and never seen 2 birdies at once. So it was a really cool hole. It was awesome. And then on our second to last hole of best ball, we were 1 up at the time with 2 holes left to play, and I was popping on this hole, and I was sitting behind the green in 2. Behind the green in 2, so net 1. Nick was 70 yards out in the fairway, hitting 2. So we were feeling pretty good, right? I was in a pretty good position, basically laying 1 just behind the green. Freaking Nick though hits it from 70 out, and me and P. Corf are on the side, probably 30 yards left and up a little bit, watching. And we could tell it was struck well, it was tracking well, landed a few feet short of the hole and rolled in. And it was awesome. We loved it. I jumped out of the cart and ran to Nick to give him a high five, and maybe some choice words too. But it was awesome. You love to see that stuff. So that made us all square going into the last hole. And like I said, they obviously won that one as well. So, I mean, if you're going to lose, that's how I want to lose. It was awesome. It was awesome to see, and it was just a great time. So from there, then we went to the par 3 contest, which was really cool. It was back to 17, but they put it in to like 155 yards or so. And I was teamed up with Finley, and unfortunately, I don't know what it was. If I was just gassed or it was getting dark. I was pretty cold. My knees were, I was shaking a little bit because I was kind of getting the shivers. It was getting chilly out. I was in shorts and that. I took 2 shots and I chunked the hell out of both of them. It sucked. It was terrible in front of the whole crowd. It freaking sucked, but it was still fun. It was a good time. It was a fun little contest they set up. And so from there we left, came back to the hotel, changed real quick, and then headed. Oh no, sorry, we went to dinner first. Dinner from there. Apologies. Out at a Mexican restaurant. Fantastic food. It was good. Great time. Did the singles drawing. The pairings are up. I posted the video. That was a good dinner. Great time. Then we came back, changed quick, and we're off to the nest. We had to wait to get in the nest. That place was hopping. We were in a line behind the ropes with the bouncer and everything, which I guess was not quite what has been standard in the past. And Paul from Callaway was not a fan of this, so he was trying to sneak in, and the bouncer was not happy with him. But it was pretty funny. I mean, it was nothing malicious or bad or anything like that, but it was just funny. So obviously we ended up getting in, and the nest doesn't disappoint. You hear the stories and the cougars and all that, and similar to the Hideaway in that it's what's coming, but you're not ready for it. Obviously on a different level, it's coming with the nest, but you're not ready for it. It is it's a different world when you walk through those doors. But it was an awesome time. I think everybody was dancing at some point. Nobody held back. Austin Tudor, that dude is a riot. He was the king of the dance floor, getting people out there, and just making sure it was a fun time. That was something else. A lot of cougar bait, out there, and one person I maybe won't name. I was calling him the Cougar handler because he was in charge. He was taking charge of the Cougars, and he was doing work. It was it was awesome to see. That was a fun time. Yeah, what a riot that place and this group is. It was really cool, really awesome time. So then, yeah, I was in the second group out. I think there's still a group there now at the moment. I saw some pictures not just a few minutes ago posted. Hopefully they can get a ride back. I heard from Jeff that in past years, the last groups maybe sometimes struggle to get a ride out of there. So we'll see. Hopefully they make it back. Luckily, there's more Callaway crew there than there is THP. So anyways, this is getting pretty long. I did not want it to go this long, but a lot of stuff to go through, and I didn't even really go into many details. Just an amazing day. Can't wait for singles day tomorrow. I am again playing against Kim. Call me daddy. It's going to be a riot. It is going to be a good time. She is freaking tough. Everybody knows that. They've seen it in the past. Seeing it up close and personal, up close and in person, is awesome. She's fun to play with, and she's a stick. It's crazy. And then Cody Templeton from our side playing against Austin Tudor. Forum wanted it. Forum got it. I am pumped that I am one of the people that gets to experience it in person. So can't wait for that. We'll make sure we bring the content and then how that's all going tomorrow as it goes down. So playing the Clive tomorrow, which everyone keeps saying is better of the two courses. I don't know how you get better than the course from today, but if that's possible, I cannot freaking wait. Really looking forward to that. So yeah, starts same time tomorrow as did today. Tee off at 11:30, I believe, and then yeah, gonna be a good time. We'll get to work. So check you later, THP.